Yeah, I was gonna play Minecraft, but I really want to see what Zephyr's story is all about. Hey, this song. Cheers to the world! Hey Jerry, did you see that? That's the prowess of this city's paper plane champion right there. No kidding, just another lucky shot, wasn't it? Ever since you started boasting about knowing magic and flying blades, I ain't taking anything you say seriously after your third shot. Come on, you're the one I trust most here. How could you, of all people, not trust me? Oh no, this won't cut it. Let me give it another shot. If I nail this one, you're gonna treat me to another drink. Deal? Sure, why not? If you can pull it off, this one's on the house. I guess he's the bartender. Just watch this. I'm gonna... Emotional. Untouchable. Depressed. Fall apart. Wreck. Mad. Lover. Coward. Hello, hello? Can everyone hear me? Oh, looks like it went through. Jerry said if I can land this plane in the vase on that corner table, he'll buy everyone a drink. Hey, that's not what he agreed to. Why sitting here alone staring at your terminal? Busy with something or waiting for someone? I have no idea how to voice Zephyr. Her voice is distinctly something I can't possibly even try to remotely copy. Just a friend's message. She said this place is a great spot to unwind during the break. And now she's checking in to see how I'm liking it. So what did you say? Care to satisfy my curiosity? I told her this place is pretty cool. That you might even run into a paper plane contest winner here. Really? Looks like I made an impression. Well, if you want to learn the secret of my paper plane folding, buy me a free bird first. Maybe I'll think about it after I finish the drink. How about this? If I get you 2 drinks, maybe you could also consider briefing me your name. She's gonna think we're flirting with her. Good. Zephyr. That's right. Zephyr. That's my name. This is your first time here, right? Yes. You can tell just by looking. Of course. You're a new face around here and... You can tell a lot about someone from their drink. This bland choice is very newcomers go-to. It's every newcomer's go-to. But I don't think it fits your vibe at all. Work never really lets up, you know? Even on my days off. Yeah, totally get it. Honestly, you look exactly like the type who'd bring a laptop to a bar for a meeting. I'm exhausted just thinking about your life. What about you? Being a pilot must be pretty swamped too, right? There was all that hassle with memorizing manuals and taking tests, but that's ancient history now. But once you're soaring up in the sky, all the rest just fades away. Your worries stay down below, and when you're enveloped in that blueness, you're thinking about nothing but pure joy. This background first appeared in Dreamy Bubble. Well, since it's a permanent event now, that's not gonna be a secret to anyone. Yeah, I remember flying one or two times before for work. It was indeed quite a view when you see that endless expanse of sky stretching beyond the horizon. Though I imagine the joy of being a passenger is quite different from what a pilot feels, right? Okay, it finally just hit me that she's an airplane pilot. Huh. You know, it's weird to know that that planes exist in this world. For passengers, I suppose getting to your destination matters more than the flying itself, right? You're all about reaching your endpoint as fast as you can. But for pilots, no, for me, I just want to stay up in the sky all the time. Just a little longer and longer. Sure, it's dark and rainy tonight, can't see a thing out there. But if you just pull back on the yoke and keep ascending above those dense clouds and further up, that's where you hit the bright sunshine. Planes do fly above the clouds, for very obvious reasons. The sky up there's clear as crystal, you know, just like this glass right here. I'm up in the air, sometimes I almost feel like I can see my own reflection. Must be pretty challenging to fly in weather like this, right? Yep, that's the theory. You've got lousy visibility, slippery runways, cyclones, thunderstorms, all that jazz. But come on, who do you think I am? Like a bit of mortal danger would ever stop me from taking to the skies. Could you tell me more, like, what it feels like? I wish I could experience it myself. But it's not like anyone can just hop on a plane whenever they want, isn't it? Says who? Look, if you really want to try it, how about we have a try right now? Right now, you have a plane? Not yet, but I can get one real quick. Excuse me? But with all the rain. So what? We'll make a run for it. Come on, let's roll. Nightingale, I'm afraid I'm going to be up in the clouds now. Can we actually fly in this rain? Hey, I'm a licensed pilot. Trust me. I don't think a licensed pilot should be this lackadaisical about. It's exactly this kind of sky that hides something extraordinary. He'll be my first passenger since I started flying. We can catch the sunrise together from up there. I'm getting all hyped just thinking about it. An electronic lock? Perfect! I know just how to crack this one. Zephyr. Yes? Hold your horses, will ya? We'll be up in the air in a jiffy. Just bear with me a bit longer. Zephyr, this is breaking and entering. And I'm about to be an accomplice. Come on, don't be a party pooper. I've done my homework. Mr. Woods hardly swings by this place a couple of times a year. Leaving stuff here untouched is just a waste. This aircraft rocks the best specs available right now. Top performance in its latest production run, too. Such a shame leaving it here gathering dust. I might as well take it for a spin and iron out any wrinkles while I'm at it. Sinner Zephyr. As Chief of MBCC, I'm issuing you an official warning. Cease your actions immediately. What? Sorry, Chief. The weather and signal interference delayed our arrival. Former pilot Zephyr, discharged for signal interference with flight routes. Given your status as a sinner and your multiple offenses, including unlicensed operation and property theft, MBCC will enact mandatory detention upon you. Your cooperation is demanded. I'd just been a little faster. Oh boy, the rowdy ones are always the worst, aren't they? Chief? I guess the date doesn't matter. Chief, I've completed archiving Sinner Zephyr's personal files and behavioral records. Please review them at your convenience. Zephyr has demonstrated strong resistance to Bureau regulations, persistently exhibiting defiant behavior. The higher-ups are particularly concerned about her recent attempted aircraft theft at Eastside and has requested a detailed investigation report from us regarding the incident. Based on our assessment, the findings of this interrogation report are expected to influence the level of oversight required for Zephyr going forward. As for her, I am afraid this interrogation won't be easy, Chief. This feels like something that would happen in the earlier chapters. Pre-bail, in other words, I guess. Also, Jesus Christ, they're having a fucking shouting contest there while having karaoke. What a family they are. Chief, how much longer are you going to keep me here? We just got a bit carried away that night and crossed some lines. Now that we're sober, can't we just pretend none of it happened? Using special powers for signal interference, breaking into private property, attempting an aircraft theft, and operating without license or registration. The Bureau can't simply pretend none of it happened. None of it really put anyone else in harm's way, did it? Flying in the rain was a gamble I chose to make, and even if I had crashed, I'm confident in my abilities to steer clear of causing harm to others. If this was indeed a spur-of-the-moment decision, we could consider categorizing it as an attempted theft. However, your actions were decisive and purposeful, with extensive knowledge of the aircraft's location and specs. All signs indicate premeditation on your part. If you still don't grasp the situation, let me break it down. Woods is a top private aircraft supplier in Eastside, and his aviation operations carry considerable weight within this city. Just this fact alone is enough for authorities to tag you as a threat to this city's air safety. In this verdict, except for the fact that my actions were decisive and purposeful, isn't everything else just speculation? You were there that day, you know it yourself, it really was just something that happened on a whim. Now you're accusing me of premeditation after the fact? That's pretty sneaky. Given what you did, proving the existence of premeditation is far more logical than proving its absence, isn't it? And your past record does little to alleviate your suspicion. Escape from orphanage at age 8, instances of disrupting public order in Eastside, allegedly organizing events that incited civil unrest. Your history will serve as perfect ammunition for others to scrutinize your every move. I doubt they'll be able or even willing to accept that you attempted this theft simply because it's a spur of the moment. People always document my history based on their own thoughts of me. They didn't even bother to ask me before writing it. How can you be so sure that everything on it is accurate? Why can't the story be like this? An 8-year-old girl broke free from her cage, encountered a series of adventures and hurdles, and voila! Grew up into a brilliant, resilient adult. That said, in your version, the story should continue like this. She suddenly decided to fly a plane on a rainy day and embarked on multiple daring adventures to reach her destination, only to fail in the final moments before dawn. Not bad. That's exactly the kind of story I like. So, this free-spirited protagonist suddenly decided one day to turn over a new leaf, choosing to undergo the training and tests she despised the most, all to become a pilot. Then, coincidentally, during her very first test flight, she caused the biggest route jamming ever in history. Miss Protagonist, isn't this all a bit too convenient even for a novel? So this is how you talk into people. Look, even if someone's done some wild things in the past, and sure, maybe not all of it was great, you can't just weave every little dot into some grand conspiracy. I'm simply stating the most logical and obvious speculation based on your records and current words. If I were to put that story you just told as your motive in the investigation report, people who read it would jump to far worse assumptions about you than I have. Such dirty minds you cops have! Why do you always have to assume the worst just because of some dumb record from the past, huh? True, honestly. That damn file even tell you that I was one of the victims too. On my very first flight ever, I was suddenly hit by that mania or whatever it's called. Before I could even grasp what was going on, the control panel went haywire, and there I was, stuck in the cockpit alone and helpless. Sure, I love a good thrill, but I don't have a death wish, for crying out loud! Mayday! Mayday! Crashing on my first flight. But there aren't many pilots who can claim that record. Test results are back. The doctor says that your leg injury will have some serious long-term effects, which means you're no longer suitable as a pilot. The incident has settled, and given your injuries, they've decided to arrange your discharge from service. I'm sorry, no one wanted this to happen. But Zephyr, someone has to be responsible for this. I said, and I swear if I hadn't struggled to restore contact with the control tower, everyone else up there would have been done for. I wish someone had captured my heroic sacrifice for everyone's safety on camera. Even the association never questioned me back then, so how did I end up being seen as some sort of dirty criminal? Didn't you ever mention that you restored the signal connection? If that was verified, why would they still discharge you? They told me they admired my bravery, saying I was let go because of my leg injury, made me fail the physical. The truth is, after my power kicked in, I didn't even feel the injury anymore. So why do you people always jump to conclusions so carelessly? The minute you hear a story, you just lock people into your neat little categories without a second thought. You're all the same. You, whoever wrote that file, that old coot at the orphanage, every single one of you. You're either painting me as a mastermind plotting some grand scheme or blaming my troubled family history for my twisted personality. My friends always say I'm an open book, break my heart on my sleeve, but everyone else just looks past me, desperate to dig up some hidden trauma or ulterior motive. But I'm right here in front of you, aren't I? If you really want to get to know me, see who I am, just ask me! I'm sorry. It was careless of me to judge you based only on your files. I apologize for that. Well, didn't expect that. I was mad at you for like 3 minutes, but you said sorry. So cool. The good vibes have swept away my anger. I'm starting to dig that. While I still can't guarantee the inquiry will all go smooth, I'll try to hear your full explanation before drawing any conclusions. Would that work for you? For something like this to happen, most people would probably steer clear of flying for a while, or even be traumatized just seeing a plane afterward. But you seem completely unfazed by what you've been through. In fact, you still get quite excited when talking about flying again, like you did at the bar. As if I don't fly again, my entire aviation career will end with nothing but an accident, a revoked license, and a broken leg. I hate adventure stories that end mid-chapter. The sky is so vast. It couldn't care less whether I'm scared or nervous when I reach for its embrace, and it definitely won't be asking for any permits when I try to get up close. You know what? I've been to the tallest building in Eastside, and let me tell you, when you gaze out from up there, all of this city lies tiny beneath your feet. You can almost see past the rust, straight to Syndicate in just one glance. When I'm up in the sky, even this city looks like a speck. The entire world just stretches out below, flat beneath my feet. Feels like I could go anywhere, reach any corner as long as I keep flying forward. I, Zephyr, will fly a plane. I will fly up high. Hey, didn't you say your parents passed away in a travel flight? Seems like you've totally got it over. Why does everyone have to live in fear of the past? I'd rather honor their memory by finishing the journey they never could. I, Zephyr, will never let fear keep me trapped. It was the same feeling when I decided to become a pilot. And that night, I tried to fly. I guess I just love adventures where I can go anywhere, anytime, without anything holding me back. Chief, can you see how I feel? Not really. Don't care too much for adventures. I'll classify the theft incident as a crime of impulse on the report, and I'll back up your statement with evidence of your personality and background. If this report does dispel their doubts about you, I hope you will fulfill your obligations as a sinner from then on. So once their verdict comes in, I can leave this place, right? Zephyr, you still have to remain under the MBCC's supervision. No matter how unique your experiences or beliefs may be, it doesn't change the fact that you're an Eastside citizen. A law-abiding citizen should never violate others' boundaries or private property in pursuit of their own ideals and freedom. Moreover, the main purpose of MBCC is to detain sinners. Actions like your blatant appropriation of private property are exactly what warrants detention. All I can do for you right now is prevent others with ulterior motives from pinning additional charges on you. Not if I just explained everything, then tell me, what exactly do I have to do to get out of here? I can't give you a definite answer right now. The parole process for sinners involves multiple procedures. Oh, the parole system's already in place. Never mind then. The parole process for sinners involves multiple procedures. Not every sinner is eligible for parole, and it'll depend on the outcomes of your future evaluations. But I can promise you this. I'll grant you as much freedom as my authority allows. If you're interested, I can increase your participation in field missions or dispatch work. Of course, as long as circumstances allow, I'll do my best to secure short-term travel permits for you. What I promised you just now wasn't just talk. I'll work hard to secure your freedom here, but of course, it needs you to be cooperative too. If you're into adventures, there are some fun-loving sinners here at the Bureau. You could be friends. You know what my parents said during our family trip on the day they passed away? Maybe, have fun, always be happy, or something. I asked them where we were going. Mom said, I don't know. We've got a full 10 days ahead. Let's just top up the tank and see how far it takes us. Bound to find something before we need to refuel. Now I finally understand. Mom was right. You have to do all the fun things you want before the adventure ends. But it seems my own adventure will be just like my parents, stuck halfway through forever. Zephyr. Actually, I recognized who you were at that night at the bar. Our reputation kind of precedes us. You are really terrible at disguising, you know. I always knew I might be taken away after becoming a sinner. I never thought that day would come so soon. So instead of saying, I might as well go steal a plane today, what I truly thought that night was, if I let this chance slip by, I may never fly again. How? The fuck? Ironically, the first thing that came to my mind when when Chief brought up adventure-loving characters was obviously Hella. Ironic because she's probably not in the MBCC anymore. A fast chance she'll ever really come back, honestly. She was the first sinner to obtain parole. Ironically, despite what, because she's kind of the best working sinner. Any sign of her? All sinner authorized areas have been checked. We didn't find the target. Chief, the tech team is working at full throttle to resolve the signal interference. So far, there's no sign of sinner Zephyr in the restored surveillance zones. Good God, I can't pronounce her name. Target is still nearby. Expand search ranges and keep looking for her. Avoid armed conflict unless absolutely necessary. Report any findings immediately. Copy that, Chief. Zephyr, where are you? Zephyr! Hurry and come down, Zephyr. Echo and Mess are looking for you tonight. Being all secretive like they're planning something behind my back. You arranged all that, didn't you, Chief? What? You told everyone to have me involved while having fun. And when things got a little wild at the Bureau, you kind of just turned a blind eye, didn't you? The Bureau really is more interesting than I thought. I even scored some missions outside every now and then. Turns out this place isn't half as uptight as I imagined. There was also one time that I saw they erased a record of me coming back late from a mission. Thank you for trying to make things easier for me, even as a supervisor. It's really not that difficult. If there's something you want to do, just tell me. We can make it without breaking the rules. We can figure it out, together. It's precisely because there's so much freedom here, because you, Chief, try so hard to make life comfortable for us sinners, that I've realized I'm more greedy than I thought. Change and adaptation take time. Many sinners felt the same way when they first came to the Bureau. Zephyr, you don't need to rush to any conclusions about yourself. We can take things one step at a time. That's not enough. I want this more than that. You know what? I'm really craving a pineapple bun today. What? Got up at 7 in the morning and waited forever until afternoon tea time, only to find out the cafeteria suddenly stopped making pineapple buns today. I borrowed the kitchen from Kelvin, thinking I could whip up some myself if I tried hard enough. I had a dispatch mission in the afternoon which left me only an hour to work with. And I thought I could just buy some instead, but by the time I finished my mission, the bakery had sold out of the pineapple buns. Coming out of the bakery, I thought to myself, the old me would have turned east side upside down just to get my hands on a pineapple bun today. But back then, my first thought was actually, their bakeries are too far away and there's not enough time left, so maybe I'll just let it go. My ambitions have shrunk smaller than a pineapple bun. We can discuss all your wishes. MBCC has handled tougher situations before. As long as the requests are reasonable, I'm sure we can figure out a way to make it happen. That's exactly what I hate. Ever since becoming a sitter, I need to file paperwork just to get to talk, just to see someone who can help me. Then everything I want to do gets numbered and sorted by priority and urgency. Even with you, Chief, even the most empathetic person towards sinners in the entire Bureau, her peak of mutual understanding was probably just that talk in the interrogation room. After that, everything I've wanted to do has to come after a request form. Once my past and crimes were understood and documented, it felt like my story was archived and shelved away. Any greater adventures that might come after, they probably will no longer have anything to do with me. Consider Zephyr may have found a bit of freedom in MBCC. What about I, Zephyr, myself, and my own life after this? Will I ever get to see wider skies again? Is there any chance for more interesting stories to unfold in my life? The freedom I want isn't just having permission to do things once or twice in a never-changing life. Then can you tell me what it is that you want? Do you have an answer now? I don't. I know I'll never be able to find out by looking up from down here. Zephyr, don't risk your life for this. If I could just fly above the clouds one more time, I know I'd finally understand what I truly want. It won't affect anyone else this time. Besides, this plane is headed for the scrapyard anyway, right? I've done my research. I just checked and the good news is this model's only showing age-related wear. Nothing severely damaged. The bad news is there's barely any fuel left. The autopilot's locked up, the engine's making weird noises, the frame's a bit shaky, the instruments are off, and even the control yoke gets stuck when I try to pull it back. Oh god. Do you have any idea what could happen if you try to fly it in this condition? This week I can only guarantee it'll make it up into the sky. What happens next, though? Your guess is as good as mine. No, we don't need to guess. You'll die. You'll end up like that lady. I forgot her name. There was a very handsome video about it just months ago or something. Flux on my side, I'll touch down safely after sunrise. And if I'm not so lucky, well, I suppose I'll be free up there in the sky. Why'd you come up here? Stop, Zephyr. This plane is in no condition to fly. It's too dangerous. You're getting off with me. I'm not. No matter what, I must fly! The shackles have sealed your power. Without your signal interference ability, you can't maintain the autopilot system. You'd have to fly manually. This isn't the time to act all tough, Zephyr. Taking off in the rain with an injured leg and the uncontrollable pain, you will die. So what? So what if it's bad weather? So what if I lost my power? What difference does it make? Sinner or not, I'm Zephyr, the greatest pilot there is. Jump now! There's still time! Messing with death. Oh, trust me, I've got way more practice with that than you do. Oh, hell yeah! All this fuss just to look cool. Seriously? Now I'm not going to let you get away without showing me these skies you dream of. Cast for it. Now get ready to see what I'm really capable of. Holy shit! Now, welcome to Zephyr's territory. Dear honored first passenger, our aircraft is about to take off and we'll be passing through the Nimbostratus cloud in just a few minutes. If you're feeling a bit nervous, just close your eyes. Zoom and we'll zip right through it. We did it! We made it, Chief! Look! Been a while since we saw this. Background. The city really is huge. We're way high up and still can't see where it ends. I was hoping to catch a glimpse of the Outlands from here at least. Shie, is it? Shie, how is it? How'd you like it? So hyped the first time I flew up here and caught this view. The view up here is so different from what I'm used to. Right? Gorgeous, isn't it? Actually, Shie, I was a bit worried earlier. If you found the view here lame, you might think all those days I spent breaking out weren't worth it. You're my first ever passenger, and in a way, this is my first official flight as a pilot. I really wanted us to experience this happiness together. That day when my parents and I left home, it was pouring rain. As we drove on and on, it felt like we were leaving the bad weather behind us. We drove far enough that all those little arguments from before we left just melted away. By the end, my moms were just marveling at how fascinating the new places were. Yo, what? Hey, yo, what? This is the biggest lore revelation yet. Is that a mistranslation? Moms? She had 2 lesbian moms? Freedom and new adventures always have a way of washing away troubles. But when you're stuck, pain just festers in that cramped space. After seeing just how vast the sky can be, I still want to stay cooped up in some corner of this city. Even if I have to be in the gutter, I'm always gonna look up at the sky. And you're in the sky's embrace, it catches you no matter what you become. holds endless possibilities of my life. And now that you're here with me, Shie, feels like we're both embracing this future full of endless possibilities. Finally went through. Chief, are you alright? Is Sinner Zephyr with you? The signal's back to normal now, and the interference on the Bureau channels has cleared up. Yes, we're both safe. There's been a misunderstanding. I'll submit a detailed report when I return. I won't put up a fight this time. You need to arrest me as part of your job. Honestly, I thought I'd be surrounded by security forces the moment we touched down. My first crash showed me a taste of freedom, but now I really get it. Flying itself is my freedom. I'm totally digging this answer about freedom, so I don't regret breaking the rules to make a run for it at all. Of course, I'll take it in stride if you have to slap the cuffs on me, Chief. That's your freedom, too. So are you going to break out again? Well, I can't really promise that, but... Chief, I have to say, after today, I see you've got a pretty wild streak in you. Yeah, we honestly do. It's making me believe that life at MBCC might not be as awful as I thought. I think I'm finally moving on. Surely you can be like this guy and embrace my occasional whims. You never know what might happen, so at least let me keep the possibility of escape as a comforting thought, will you? Just as I thought. Still can't drop my guard. Yes? Sinner parole permit? Hey, does this mean I don't have to stay at the Bureau every day anymore? Technically, correct. While MBCC can't give you complete freedom or fulfill all your wishes, I'll do my best to advocate for sinners within the bounds of regulation. But we need to set some ground rules. First, I know you don't like rules, but you must follow everything stated in the parole permit. Second, you need to maintain long-term cooperation and communication with the MBCC, responding according to mission urgency. Third, ensure your own safety when you're out and contact MBCC immediately if there's an emergency. You got it! I'll hit you up ASAP if anything pops off. By the way, is it cool if I reach out even when everything's chill? Yes. Cool. I don't hate it, but I can't say I love it either. Speaking of, I guess all I can say is that was quite a bizarre story. I guess it's fitting. Again, that's kind of the best part about the concept of sinners. Just being able to write nonsensical, bizarre adventures like these are pretty fucking wild, not gonna lie. Zephyr tells us a story that you probably won't get anywhere else within the entertainment industry. Nah, honestly, scratch that. I very much enjoyed this story. Staying true to the tradition, I guess, of me enjoying sinners that show up in the A rank sinners in Eternal Nightmares. What kind of signal transmission? She could as long as it works within the definition of signal in the English dictionary, she can control it. Okay. Mental and electronic, both are perfectly reasonable for her.
Oh, you're here. Come, take a look at my treasures.
That is actually an insane ability. What the fuck? Yeah, Echo's the trombone player. This isn't the trombone. Saxophone. Horn instruments, am I right? Huh. I guess the hobo. The tone deaf hobo. The tone deaf bard is friends with Zephyr. As well as Mess. But well, Mess is just a friend of everyone apparently. May as well spend the stamina before I go boot up Minecraft. I should.
Oh, are you here to see
that
me,
thing's not
Chief?
gonna last.
Feel free to take the
I should buy
time to look
everything
at
I
the new
can before it's
supplies,
too
too.
late. Let's. I had to change one of the sinners to her recently because she finally hit 80%. And usually to get past 80%, you need to unlock their level 70 bullshittery. And set it as your home. It doesn't work if you go for the carousel though. She's Catalyst, right?
Testing. Can anyone hear me?
Hey, Chief, think I could connect to the neighboring FAC's PA system?
What the fuck? Stop it!